So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Ace the Sat Maths in 40 days. This is the day 3, and today we'll be diving into one of the most essential skill for SAT, that is solving linear equations. Your 80% of the paper is from here. I mean from the algebra portion. Now, if you ever struggle with equation or found yourself second guessing your answer, right, don't worry about this, because by the end of this lesson you'll be solving them like a pro. We'll be covering up simple equations, multi-step equation, how to form equations, formulas, identity equation, and even also the world problems, all in a way that's easy to follow and perfect for your SAT. So make sure you've got your notebook and calculator ready, because we are about to break down must-known strategies for SATs and common SAT traps that could trip you up. So let's get started with it. And I'll be sharing my screen. Just tell me if you can see that. So here we go. Okay, so get started with it, guys. So the very first thing which I have here is writing equations. Now, I already clearly told in my previous lectures what is expression, what is equation. So equation is nothing but a mathematical sentence with an equal to sign, right? I had some pens, I added 4 pens to it, and now I have 9 pens, right? So I'll take something that fill in the blanks which I do not know as X, right? I added 4 pens to it, and now I have 9 pens. That's it. So this was the mathematical sentence. It have equal to sign also in it. I will get a one particular value of X, which is 5, right? As a key 5 here, 5 plus 4 gives me 9. So this is an equation. Okay. So to translate a word sentence into an equation, choose a variable. So this X here, it acts as a variable, something which we do not know, but by solving it, I'll be knowing its value, right? This is called as defining a variable. Okay. Now suppose if I write X plus 4 only, this thing I told you in the earlier classes, it is expression. It can have many values like X, I can put 1, 2, 3. I'll keep on getting the value like 5, 6, 7. But this is a just a sentence. This sentence which have equal to sign is called an equation. Okay, so we'll be learning how to transform this word sentence into an equation, and also we'll be learning how to solve them, right? So example number 1, as you can see, the very first thing which is given here is that twice a number increased is identical to 50, right? So twice a number, let my number be X, right? Whatever is asked, whatever is unknown to you, substitute it as a variable, so it is X, right? So I had X as my number, twice of it would be 2X. I increase it by 14. So I add 14 to it, is identical to 50, means this thing, this whole thing is equal to 50. I'll solve for X, I'll get my value, right? Twice of my number increased by 14 gives me 50. Same way, half the sum of 7, half the sum, right? Whatever I have the sum, I'll take half of it. What is that sum? 7 and a number. So let me take this number, I do not know, let me take it as X. So 7 and X, right? I'll divide this by 2. Is as same as the number decreased by 2. So number is X, I decrease it by 2. So 7 plus X, this thing is decreases by 2. So number is X, it is decreased by 2. Fine. Now, quotient of M and N. Quotient, whenever it is written here, order is important. M and N. So it would be M divided by N is equals to 4 more than 1/3 the sum of M plus N, right? So sum of M plus N would be what? M plus N, and then 1/3 of it would be 1 over 3. 4 more than, so is plus 4. So M plus N divided by 3 is plus 4. So this would be your equation, right? 4 more than 1/3 the sum of N. Now D part. Cube of X plus square of Y is equal to 52, right? Cube of X. So cube of X would be X cube. Square of Y would be Y cube. You add them, you'll get 52. So X cube plus Y square, you add them, you get 52. So this is what you're converting your uh, sentences into an equation. Now, consecutive integers, right? So whenever these are given, how you have to take them, this is it. Okay. So suppose they ask you in the question, 3 consecutive integers are given. So you will be taking them as n, n plus 1, n plus 2, right? As you substitute the LU of n, you'll get 1, 2, and 3 like that. So n, n plus 1, n plus 2. You can take accordingly also whatever it is, but make sure the next one is added 1 to it, right? Because integers are proper points in the number line, right? Proper these points, not the values between them. If they ask you that take the real numbers, you cannot take anything, right? Because the real numbers, there is no such criteria, there has to be difference of 1. Okay, now consecutive even integers. Consecutive even integers means what? You have to take n, n plus 2, n plus 4. You can take this also, 2n, 2n plus 2, 2n plus 4, like that. Okay, but make sure the difference between the variables is 2. Difference between the term is 2. Same ways goes for consecutive odd integers, right? So here also you can take 2n plus 1, 2n plus 3, like that, but make sure the difference is 2, right? Between two particular variables. Okay. Now sum of four consecutive integer is given to you is negative 54. Sum of four consecutive integer, this thing is given to you negative 54. So what are four consecutive integers you will take? N, n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, right? What I can take, I can take one more thing. I can take like this, right? See, n minus 1, n plus 1. Here the difference is 2 I have taken, that you can define. Okay. So n minus 1, n plus 1, and then n plus 3, like that also we can take, right? So this is it. Now B part. Product of three consecutive odd integers. So odd integer, how I have to take? N, n plus 2, so that the difference remain 2, n plus 4 is equal to 693. This is the product of. You can solve this equation and get the value, but I'll tell you that please put the options and then get the values. So let's go ahead. We have now questions here. We'll solve them. And yeah. Okay. So the very first question is that 8 more than the number n is 125. Okay. So n is my number, 8 more than. N is my number, 8 more than is I have to add 8 to n. So n plus 8 is given to you 125, right? 8 more than the number. So n will be how much? 125, take away 8. So this is 117. Got it? 8 you add n to it is 125, so 170. Okay, now 20 is 7 less than twice the number w, right? So this is my number w. I'll twice it, so it's 2w. I have to make 7 less, so 2w, take away 7, it's giving to you 20. Right? So this is what it is. Whatever you solve it, 27 divided by 2, you'll get the number. 2w is equal to 27. So w is equal to 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. Okay. 9 less than twice x is 3 more than x. Right? So x, then twice of x would be 2x. 9 less than is would be 2x minus 9. So 2x minus 9 is 3 more than x is. So is means equal to sign 3 more than x. So I have x and add it to 3. I'll solve that, get the value of x. So this x move to this side will become 2x minus x. Now how you'll solve the equation? Whole purpose would be that variable on one side and all other things on other side, right? So that's what your whole purpose would be. So it's 9 plus 3. So this implies x is equal to 12. Got it? I hope you must have got it. Now, the quotient of P and Q, whenever, remember, whenever there is subtract or quotient, the order matters there. So, quotient of P and Q means P over Q, right? P is divided by Q. Is 12 less than 3 times the sum of p plus q, right? Sum of p plus q. So p plus q, I can say 3p plus q, 3p plus q. This option gone, this option gone, because they are taking up p plus q. Now 3 times of p plus q is 3 times p plus q, isn't it? Is 12 less than 3 times p plus q. So what it is? P over q, okay, is equal to 3 times p plus q, take away 12. Fine. 3 times p plus q, take away 12. Right. So we have done this question. I'll send you more question for your practice. Now we comes to solving equation. Okay. So this is what solving equation is. And to solve an equation, you have to find the values of variables so that they gives you a truth statement, right? Like whatever it is written here, this thing written here should be true. That value you have to substitute for variable. So two things you can do, either addition, right? Either subtraction, multiplication or division, or you can directly do this thing is actually equivalent to transposing only, right? What I mean that suppose if I have x minus 3 is equal to 7, right? So this 3, remember I'll be transposing it with the sign which it have on the left hand side, right? Always transpose it, not 3 but negative 3. The number have sign on the left hand side, transpose it. So this, if it will be transposed here, it will become negative 3 will become positive 3. So 7 added to 3 and x will be all alone. So 7 plus 3, that will give you 10. Right? So this is how you do. So remember, when you are transposing, plus sign changes into negative, negative changes into positive, multiply changes into divide, and divide changes into multiply. This is what it happens. Okay? So we have now all the addition property, subtraction property. So subtraction, also the sign will, multiplication, remember whatever is multiply, if you transpose it to that side, that will become divided, and division, whatever is divided, if you transpose it to that side, it would be multiplied. Okay, that's it. Now let's do this a part. So a added to negative 11 is given to you minus 25, right? So this I'll transpose it to this side. So minus 11 will become plus 7. So a will be plus 11 minus 25. So a will be equal to minus 14. Right? Now same way. Negative 24 is equal to 8y. Now this 8 is multiplied by y. When you transport this, this will become divided. So negative 24 divided by 8 is equal to y. So this implies y is equal to negative 3. Okay. Now we have this equation, right? 4 over 5 x minus 5 minus 1 over 5 x minus 10 is equal to 21. I'll be multiplying it, then I'll be telling you how to solve it by expanding brackets and all. Okay. So see now 4 over 5 multiplied to this also will multiply to this also. 1 over 5 will be multiplied to this also, with this also. Negative sign I'll take it outside. Afterwards I'll multiply the negative sign. So 4 over 5 times x will be 4 over 5 x. 4 over 5 times 5 would be this thing. Negative sign I'll take here. I'll apply a square bracket. 1 over 5x, then minus 10 over 5 is equal to 21. 1 over 5 and then minus 10 over 5. So 4 over 5x minus 4 minus x over 5 minus 2 is equal to 21. 4 over 5x minus 4 minus x over 5 plus 2 is equal to 21, right? 4 over 5 minus x over 5 would be there. 4x minus x over 5. Both 5 I've taken the LCM. Minus 4 plus 2 is equal to 21. Minus 4 plus 2, this thing will give you negative 2, isn't it? When you add it. So here you'll be having 3x over 5 is equal to 21. Negative 2 when shifted this side will become positive 2. So 21 plus 2, which is 23. So 3x over 5 is equal to 23. So x will be equal to 23 times 5 over 3. This is what it is. I hope you must have got it. Okay, so this is how we have to solve clearly and slowly. This much longer question are not asked in your SAT, and obviously they can be solved with Desmos or calculator. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, now minus of 11x plus 9. This how we'll be solving it? Minus 11 shifted here will become plus 11. So x will be equal to 9 plus 11, which is equal to 20. So this implies x is equal to 20. I'll just, what is the value of that? So 20 take away 11 take away 20. This would be my value. So 20 take away negative of negative 9. So it would be 29, the answer. I hope you must have got it. Now, what is now, your variables has two nines. So your main aim is to make the variables only on one side. So 33 take away a is a uh, plus 27 take away 5a, right? I'll shift it to one side. So 33 take away 27 is equal to a plus a take away 5a. So this is 2a take away 5a, which is negative 3a is equal to 6. So this implies that negative 3a is equal to 6. So a will be equal to negative 2. This is your answer. Okay. Now what is the value of x here? So x over 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 over 4 take away x, right? This x I have to shift there. That will become positive x. So x over 2 plus x is equal to 3 over 4 take away 3. X over 2 plus x, what it is? 3x over 2 is equal to 12 take away 3 is negative 9 over 4, right? 3 3s are 2 2s are. So x will be equal to negative 3 over 2. This would be my answer. Okay. Now let's solve, see these word problems. 2 and 3/5 of number is equals negative 26. What is the number? Right. So again, I'll substitute this number as x, right? So 2 and 3/5 of number. They are talking about mixed fraction here. Remember, 2 whole and 3/5 of number is equal to negative 26. This is what? So 2 whole. Remember, to mixed fraction into improper fraction, how you have to convert? This 5 will be multiplied by 2, and then whatever you get would be added by 3. Okay. So 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 over 5 is equal to negative 26, right? So x will be equal to negative 26 times 5 over 13. So 13 times 2. So this implies x will be equal to negative 10. Fine. Now, there are 142 students in a high school band. These students represent 2/9 of total student in the high school. How many students attend the high school, right? So 142 student in a high school band there are 142. Okay. These represent 2/9 of total students. Let the total student, right? Total student are x. So 2/9 of x is 142. So x you have to find. So 142 times 9 over 2. So 2 sevens are 2 ones are. Now 1 times 9. I'll just see the unit digit of the answer because they are different. 1 times 9 is 9. So answer will be the unit digit with the 9. That's it. So I hope this is all clear. Now these are more problems on solving equation which you can easily do them. Okay. So now we have equation with no solution and identity. Okay. So there is no value of variable that will result in true equation. So what is an identity? See what happens that suppose you have an equation like this: x plus 5 is equal to x plus 3 plus 2, right? What happens that your x get cancelled, right? Your variable only does not remain. 5 is equal to 5 you get. So this is what it is, an identity. For every value, any value you put for x, it is satisfied, right? So actually it was representing the same equation only. So that's what an identity. Okay. Now suppose if I ask you x plus 7 is equal to x plus 9. Now x get cancelled, but I get 7 is equal to 9, right? So this is not possible. So this is no solution, right? So identity which follows for every x, and no solution which is not true only. Okay. So let's go ahead and solve some of these questions here. And here you have a is equal to 2 1 minus x, a part, plus 5x is equal to 3x plus 1. So 2 will be multiplied inside. So 2 minus 2x is equal, right? So 2 minus 2x, 2 minus 2x plus 5x is equal to 3 multiplied by x, 3 multiplied by 1. So 3x plus 3. Okay. Now 2 minus 2x plus 5x is plus 3x is equal to 3x plus 3. Fine. Now what happens that 3x get cancelled, and you have now 2 is equal to 3 remaining, which is not, right? Which is not possible. So this is the case of no solution. Okay. Let's go ahead and solve the B part here. You have 5w. This negative 3 will go inside, which will be negative 3. Negative 3 again. So plus 3w is equal to negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, and negative 2 times negative w is plus 2w. Okay. So 5w plus 3w you have is 8w. Okay. And negative 3 is equal to negative 6 plus 2w, right? So you have 6w is equal to negative 3. W is equal to minus half. You get a single solution here. Okay. So this is what it is for one solution. Okay. Now you have the third equation here, which says that half of 8y minus 6, right? Third equation, which is C part, it says that half of 8y, so 8y divided by 2 minus 6 by 2 is equal to 5y minus y minus 3. So 4y minus 3 is equal to 4y minus 3. Now this value 4y get cancelled, and negative 3 is coming equal to negative 3. So this is a, identity. It follows for every value of y, right? This is no solution. This is identity, and this is one single solution. Obviously, since you have one variable, it's a linear, so it will have only one solution. Okay, so that's what it is. And let's solve some questions over here which are based on your identity. So see now, half of 9, take away 6x is equal to 5 minus 2. So half will be multiplied inside, which will give you 3. 1/3, sorry, it is not half. Now 1/3 is multiplied by negative 6x, that will give you negative 2x. Okay, is equal to 5 negative 2x. Okay, so negative 2x on 3 is equal to 5. Is it true? No, it's not true. So it's no solution. Okay, now 5x negative 10 is negative 3x is equal to 2x negative 10. Negative 10 negative gone. 2x is equal to 2x. Yeah, it is an identity, right? Because it is true. N, you have to find the value of, you have variables on both sides. How you will find? Keep all the variables on one side and all other variables on other side. You'll find the solutions. Okay. So see, negative 7 over 2 multiplied by 2n. So negative 7 over 2 multiplied by 2n. And then negative 7 over 2 times negative 3 plus 4n is equal to 3 over 2 times 5. Okay, plus 3 over 2 times 2n. Okay, so negative 7n minus, and minus minus will become plus 21 over 2 plus 4n is equal to 15 over 2 plus 3n, right? Negative 3n plus 3n will give you 6n. Okay. And then 21 divided by 2 is 6 divided by 2. So n will be equal to half. This is what you'll get. Okay. You can also find the value of k here, right? Let's see how we will find it. 3 take away 7k plus 1 over 3 is equal to 3k take away 2. This 3 is multiplied here. So 13 take away 7k take away 7 is equal to 9k minus 6. Right? So you have 6 and 6, 12 is equal to 16k. So k you will, this implies k you will get it as 3 over 4. Fine. Right. Now solving for a specific variable, we all were doing this thing from, starting only. So it's nothing new. Okay. Now what happened here that on variables only you have to find the things, right? What is a formula? It's just the relationship that is given between two or more variables. So here it won't be number, just you have to find the things in variables. So let's see how we will do this. A part. Okay, I see the A part. 3x take away A is equal to kx plus b. 3x take away A is equal to kx plus b. So now they are saying solve for x, right? So this formula is dependent on x, right? So what I'll do, I'll keep x on one side and all other variables on other side. Whatever I get, that would be my answer. So x on one side here. So 3x negative kx is equal to negative a will go to that side, will become positive a. So a plus b, right? So what I get, x I take common here. So 3 take away k I have is equal to a plus b. So x will be equal to a plus b over 3 take away k. This would be my answer, right? So my asked variable on one side and all other variables on other side, that's how I have to do. This is dependent on number. I'm not doing this one. This one is easy, right? I have to find for h. A is given to you half of a plus b, right? H on one side, all other things on other side. So this go here. So it would be 2a is equal to a plus b times h. So this implies h will be equal to 2a over a plus b. This would be my answer. Fine. Now see, here you have some question easily you can do. So which of the following y in terms of x? So you have 2x plus 3y is equal to 18. I'll shift all other things on other side. Okay, so only y remains. So 3y is equal to 18 negative 2x. Y will be equal to 18 over 3 negative 2x over 3. 18 over 3 is 6. So 6 negative 2x over 3. This would be my answer. Okay, question number second is very easy. You can easily do that. This type of question is asked a lot in SAT. So you should be able to do that. A, B and C. So you have to represent it in terms of A and B and C, right? So C is equal to a over a plus b. I'll shift this whole thing this side. So since it's divided, it will be multiplied by c. So c times a plus b is equal to a. So ca plus bc is equal to a. Right, now shift this thing to here side. So bc is equal to a, take away ac. So what happens? A, I get it as A take away 1 minus C is equal to BC. So this implies A is equal to BC over 1 minus C. That's it. Okay. 5 over 6x, question number 1 here. 5 over 6x is given to you 4 over 5. Easily you can do this 6 here, this 5 here. 5 was multiplied by x, so it will get divided. 6 was divided, so it will get multiplied. So x will be equal to 4 times 6 over 5 times 5. So it is 24 over 25. So this was all for today, and I hope you must have got it. We'll be meeting in the next lecture, which would be day 4, and I'll be covering most of your algebra there. So bye bye, take care.